my name is Susie O'Connor and welcome to Susie's Kitchen. I'm doing three things: breakfast muffins, and then I'm going to do Lomo Saltado stir fry, and then I'm going to do some fried rice with the chicken breast. So I'm going to show first how to make the muffins. So this muffin recipe is very simple. Children will be able to make with the parents. So and takes very short time to make it. So I have twice this recipe. I'm going to do it, which is 2 carrots and 2 cooking apples. And so I peeled already, and then I'm going to take the hard part on the middle, and I'm going to grate it. I have one grated already, and I'm going to use 4 eggs and 4 ounces of walnut and coconut as well. And it is a healthy recipe. So we are not using butter, we are using some oil. There we are. So you do in the rough part, you grate it. That's it. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break 4 eggs, separate the just 4 eggs and whisk. And then I add this into my oil. It's just a plain oil, which is sunflower oil. Whisk again. Then you have your flour, plain flour. So all the dry ingredients first you put: walnut, coconut, and this is my sugar. That's twice the recipe I'm doing, and mix this really well. So basically this is so quick and easy. There we are. And then you have, now the carrot is going in, and also my grated apples, and I'm going to grate another carrot because it's twice the recipe I'm doing. Now that will do. So back again. There we go. Put this in here. So back again in front of me. So I'm going to put the whole lot straight, the egg and the oil. And mix that really well with the wooden spoon. That's it. This is so delicious. If you can do 2 or 3 times the recipe, and keeps really well for a couple of days. So if you have a visitor, so there we are. Now that's it. That's the way. It's not soft, but look at that. The mixture is just, it's like you're doing some if you are doing some scones. It's a little bit wet than the scones, but that's it. little containers. So I'm going to use a spoon, just 1 full spoon. There we are. So fill up the cases. Children, they will love to do this muffin because it's so easy. Have to be really hot your oven. 180 an oven. So fill up right to the top. Because this doesn't have a baking powder, you know that. And when you eat this, the crunchy of the walnuts, oh, it's yummy. So there we are. So this will go next. Now this is going on 180 for 25 minutes. Time it. Just to remember, sometimes when you're busy you forget, so you have to time. So now I'm going to start straight away into marinating my beef. I'm using sirloin steak. This pork, which is the Lomo Saltado. In Peru, what they use is so many different restaurants, they do in different ways. So if they see me that in Peru, the way I am doing is totally different as well, because I know what I like in my house, what my children they like, the people like. So I'm using a sirloin steak. So I'm going to use this chopping board, so because we have to wash them. So I have some of this is the sirloin steak. For this recipe, you have to be a nice meat, tender, so they will be nice and soft when you when you eat. So some people they marinate overnight, but I never do overnight. If I do, it's because I'm busy the following day. But normally 10 minutes, half an hour, or an hour is enough. So what I do is I trim the fat first. Cut off. I don't do in strips. What I do is, this is what I would like you to see. This is a lovely and lean steak. So you can use a rump steak, you can use a sirloin steak, or a ribeye. All those three things you can use in this recipe. So or you can do with the chicken fillets, or you can do also with the pork fillet. So that's up to yourselves. Now, the way how I slice my beef is, this is the way. You see this? That's the thickness I want. I don't go in the slices. This is the way. Just don't force your knife. Just nice, just let it go like this, angle-wise. No angle. Look at the lovely thin and the same thickness you get. So trim the fat off. So there goes like this. So fat. And that's it. So all this we are going to marinate, okay? So I have my marinating it here. So what I am using at the moment is, I'm using this light soy sauce for this marinating. And I'm using also, this is a Chinese wine. And I have my corn flour. So I'm going to throw the whole lot in here. Look, that's my 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of the Chinese wine, and also I have 2 tablespoons of my corn flour. So I'm going to mix with my hand because I want all the pieces to catch or to coat the corn flour. See this now. Yeah. And sometimes when I did got the Chinese stir fry, which they call amber fire steak, but I think I prefer. I like my stir fry. So everyone has a different way to how to make. So I'm going to leave this marinade for a couple of minutes. I'm going to marinate also, because I'm going to do a stir-fry rice. I'm going to use the chicken fillets with this. I have 2 chicken fillets in here, so I'm going again, just use this, just trim it, the fat, okay, and I leave it like that. And you can use pork as well. You can use pork, not fillet, but pork, chop pork. You can pork chops you can use as well. So I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, and also I'm going to use tablespoon of. That's another Chinese kind of stir fry. And in here, I'm using it brown sugar. So this is going to caramelize. It's going to be so silky, shiny when it's cooked. Okay. So I have 1 tablespoon of honey. Yeah. So I leave marinating this. The same as what I'm having the pork. Okay, so next we are going to make the rice. While the rice is cooking, so I'm going to show you to put together the stir fry. So we are nearly there, really. Only if we can make the rice, we will be okay. Because the stir fry doesn't take very long. And that's one good thing is about people. You don't have to be putting so much work in this dish. The only thing is what you need is to have ready in front of you all your ingredients. So if you have bought everything, whatever you need, so it doesn't take very long. The marinating is the most important, very important, because it really is tender, juicy, and don't overcook your steak, because the longer you cook your steak, what's happening is it's too dry. It's too dry, and it's not. I don't like too dry. I like juicy, and my steak I will ask for a medium rare. Why? Because I don't like well done, because my steak for me is like a rubber. So I don't cook my steak too long. So we are going to start doing the rice first. So first of all I need a pot. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of sunflower oil. Okay? So for my rice I'm going to do, this is 3 cups of rice, which is balsamic basmati rice. This is the rice I'm using it, basmati. And also I'm going to use some clove of garlic, right? Clove of garlic. Just bash it, and then that's how you peel really quick. And then you just chop rough. You don't have to make into a paste. If you want to make like a paste, so what you do is you put a little bit of some sea salt, and then the end of your knife, the sea salt helps to make it a paste. There we are. So all this goes into the pot. Okay? So you can grate it as well if you don't want to chop or do it with a knife. You can grate it your garlic. So now I'm just cooking a little bit of my garlic first. Don't make it brown because the taste will be burnt, and it's nice with this gold color and gives the flavor to your rice. So what I'm going to use in here is, I'm not going to use a stock, I'm going to use a rice, just a boiling water. So look at that, this is 3 cups of rice is going in. This is the fastest rice that I make. And then I add a pinch of salt. And here you can put your chicken stock. So I'm going to put a little bit of chicken stock. It's just a cube, okay? So I'm just going to put salt in there, just a little bit. Boil the water. Half of that I'm going to use it. 3 cups of rice to 4 cups of boiling water. That's 1, 4. So remember, I washed my rice. The rice was washed. So I stir a little bit so the stock, the salt, the chicken cube. If it's vegetarian, don't put chicken cubes, just the vegetable stock. So it's light my stock, so I'll put the whole up in here. So that's it. So this rice will be cooked in about a couple of minutes, only about maybe 7 minutes, 10 minutes, that's all. So we are not going to throw the water. The water will evaporate when the rice is cooked. So there we are. So you must have a high heat first before you tone it down. Okay? So I have the lid in here, lid on. So that is the rice how to make. You can have the rice the night before, or you can have 2 days in the fridge already cooked, and then you make your stir fry. This stir fry is one meal. It's not only you are going to do another dish to serve with. This you will see when this is finished. The end of the party will be gorgeous. People in my house, every time they smell, oh my goodness me, it's just, they love being me in the house. So, nice and clean now again. So we are going to start my preparation of for the stir fry. So what I'm going to use is, this is my little knife. This little knife, I can work so faster with this. So while is this doing, I'm going to actually use this pot, not a wok, because I'm doing quite a lot in here. So I need a spacious so that my beef won't poach. I want nice to go and seal straight away as soon I put it into my pan. So I am actually heating up first my pan before I start my vegetables. So now, again, I'm going to use just a plain oil, sunflower oil. Okay? So I leave in there until it gets really, really hot. I'm going to use 1 red onion, 1 red pepper, 1 of each, which is the green, and 2 tomatoes. And I'm not going to use white onions because I'm going to actually show you, this is the good part. I'm just going to cut as far as there because this will go with this and this green will go later. So this is the way I cut my onions, angle, not in small. That's the way I like. Can you see this now? That's it. So that's it. So now they are all washed, my vegetables. Take the seed off and you cut in half, in quarter, and angle again. There we are. I don't want it too small. I like quite chunky. That's it. You don't have to measure the size when you're cutting. So there we are. So the same this. So this is what I like about doing a stir fry. You can put any vegetables, whatever you wish to use. You don't have to stick with the same vegetables, right? So you can put a multitude if you want to. But for this recipe, I like it. This is the vegetables what I like. Crispy, chunky, and I love using plenty of vegetables because for me, meat, too much meat in my plate, I don't like it. I like more vegetable. So now my red onion. So what I am doing, look at this. I'm just going to take the middle. I'm not going to use that part, okay? So I'm going to use for something else because I like it the crunchy, crispy as well. So I'm going to cut, look, chunky. That's the way I want. I don't want too tiny or too like in julienne strips, no. Now again, these again, I'm not using the seeds, taking the seeds off. Again, look at that, how big I am cutting as well. Okay, so look at that, how fast I am going now. Look at my pan is getting, oh, I have to turn it down my rice now. Once more, I'm going to look at this rice. This is the rice, how fluffy and it's not sticky, right? So remember that. I don't like sticky rice. There we are. I must keep the seeds because I can grow my tomatoes for the summer. There we are. Lovely. So, the vegetables is done. We are ready for doing the stir fry. So my rice is, oh, by the way, I nearly forgot. I am using 3 garlics, okay? 3, I'm using 1, 2, 3 garlic teeth. So I'm just going to trim this, the top, and then we are going to rough cut it. So we are not going to make it into a paste. Not for this stir fry. So first of all, what I'm going to do is chop, chop, chop. We are not using ginger in this recipe. Okay. There we go. Right. So I'm going to cut this now, and also I'm putting 1 chili in here. Only 1 chili. Why? It can't be, a lot of people they don't like chili too hot in this stir fry. So I like putting a little bit of chili. The chili I'm cutting into very small because can go into your mouth and it will be too hot. So And this will be at the end. This is at the end again. I'm going to cut chunkies, not too small. Now, that's it. That's the stir fry. So before that, in the same pan, so the rice is almost cooked. So this is the pan now, I'm going to use it. Can you see this now? So now, this is going first. And I leave for a few minutes in there because I want the meat to be still. Now I will do this now. That's the way I want. That's lovely. And you see the meat is really nice and gold color, brown, no burnt. Now I'm pushing a little bit on one side. Now it's going my garlic. Okay? That's the garlic oil. That's it. For a few minutes. Now, the onions, everything is going in now. That's it. Over here. Pepper, I love this pepper. This is the chunky pepper. I don't like it the very white or brown pepper. This is a really rough pepper, black pepper. Look at this now. That's it. So straight away we are going to add we need so there's my Chinese. There's sesame oil we go at the last minute. And also we are using two different types of soy sauce, okay? One dark and one light. Then we are going to use some white vinegar. All those things we are going to use. Now, starting pushing. Right. 1, 2. That's the white, and this is the light soy sauce. And then I'm going to push also the dark soy sauce. Don't push too much of dark soy sauce because it's very, very salty. So, looking good. This is the way I like it. And I'm going to push some vinegar as well. You can put any type of white vinegar, whatever you have. Okay? That's yummy. This is what I'm telling you. I'm not going to cook too much and I'm putting this now. The last chopped green spring onions. Look at the color. It's just amazing. Oh yeah. So I'm going to put a little bit and I like a little bit of sugar. About 2 pinches of sugar. Plain sugar, white sugar. So to caramelize a little bit more. And also I'm going to put a little bit of oyster sauce. You can buy this type of oyster sauce if you are in the Chinese gluten-free. So you can use that too. Now, I'm putting 2 of those. Okay. This is a sweet. That's it. At the end, I'm just adding, this is the toasted sesame oil. This I like putting at the very end because I love to taste the toasty flavor. Alright, so that's it. That's done. Good. There we are. Turn it off the rice. And back to my muffins. Muffins are cooked. There we are. The muffins is done. So, marinating chicken. So that will go with the stir fry. So I'm just putting a little bit of oil again. The chicken fillet won't take very long to cook. It's only for a few minutes. You don't have to put any icing in these muffins because this is a breakfast muffin. It's like scones, I will say. Now the chicken, I'm going to just put it into here very hot again. These have to be really, really hot. So I'm going to move this pot into maybe here for a moment because I want you to see how it's done. So, okay, just checking this out. Look at this. That's the chicken fillet. Like chicken fillet doesn't take very long. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to let seal that really well, and then we go into the oven. So we are going to start with another pan for the rice now. The rice will take only very couple of minutes, and then we finish cooking. So I'm just seeing because that needs a little bit really hot to be the pan. So while that is cooking, so I'm going to show you about the fried rice. So I'm going to use 1 garlic and then spring onions. That's all I'm using in this stir fry. Again, I'm using about 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, only the white part of the spring onions first, and then at the end, I'll give it the rest like I did in the stir fry. So, back to here. So this is the way, look at that. That's the way I want. That's it. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. This recipe is so yummy. Like I said, you can do with the pork chops as well. So this is going straight into the oven. I have the oven heated. There we are. Now I'm putting this back into the large top. So turn it off this. Now, this is the end part now of the cooking. So I'm going to show you how to do the stir fry. So the stir fry is simple, but there's a technique in here. So we are not using different pots. So we are going to use only this light pan. That's all we are going to use it. So for that we need something to break up the eggs. You can use 2 eggs, you can use 3 eggs, but I'm doing, because this is small eggs, medium eggs, so I'm using 4. And again, you don't put anything, no water, nothing, or milk, but you do put a little bit of salt there, okay? That's it. So I have already that. So again, back again into my pan. Is that hot? Yeah. So all this is going in. Right? How do you know that chicken or fillet is cooked? If you put your finger, your thumb like that, and you squeeze like this, that means it's overdone. You left it too long. But if you put a little bit soft like that, so it's in between, so that means it's perfect. But if you do tight, it's too hard. That is, you cooked too long. But if you do like that, it's too soft now, not too squeezed like this. So that means it's still raw. Okay? So it's another trick in that. I have to do the chicken fillet. Okay, I have that in there now. So I'm just waiting. I'm going to turn it off for a few minutes, and because I wanted to put the chicken into it, so I needed the chicken to be cooked. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it off this pan for a few minutes. I'm going to show you how to serve my stir fry. Empty little container. Okay. Spoon your rice. Look at this rice. You can actually count. This is what I like about cooking rice. Not as sticky. So what I do is just press down like this. Okay. And in Peru, what they serve this stir fry is with the chips, which is fried, as well as rice. So that's the traditional in Peru. So there we are. Look at this. There we are. Look at the color too. Yummy. So, and a little bit of juice, of course, to go all around. How can you resist that? It's just beautiful. And a little bit of green in there. So that is your stir fry. Let's chop the green onions. This is my egg. So again, rough, not too. That's the way. Okay. So for that we are going to use a little bit sesame oil at the very end. Okay? So check again the chicken fillet. This is the way I wanted the chicken. It's like a barbecue. It's a caramelized, that's why we put the salt, the brown sugar to make it that color, and it gives the flavor. And again, you cut it like that. Look how beautiful it is now. It's really nice. Yummy. Even the smell is gorgeous. So like I said, with this stir fry you don't need any other meat, because this is one dish. And children, I'm sure they will enjoy it too. This. Now, so all this will go into my pan. There we are. That's it. That's here now. That's it. So now look at this. This is what I am doing. One pan only with a maybe tiny bit of oil. And there is my this, and I will tip a little bit like that. There it goes. Okay. I just hold a little bit like that for a few minutes. Okay. And can you see cooking it this side now? A little bit. That's the way. That's what you need again, a big pan. Not a small pan, because you need room really for this kind of things. Now, can you see that push? Push back. And again. There we are. I love it. This is just the color is also beautiful. It's just take your time. Don't panic. But don't be answering the phone. When you are doing this, never answer the phone, because you will be back by the time you finish with on the phone. So this will be black. So look at that. Push back. There we are. Can you see that now? There we are. So what do? You mix that now. Break it up. Break it up. That's it. And now goes the rice. The rice is going in. You can push about, depends how many people you are in there, maybe 3, 4. There we are, and maybe 2, 3 spoon, ladle, maybe. Look at that. This is the way I like it. Now it's going my spring onions. That's it. The spring onions going in. Mix really well. Wow, yum. And my toasted, I just drizzle a little bit to give me the flavor. That's it. Wow. Turn off the heat. When you put the sesame seeds, you don't have the heat on. Just turn it off, because we want the taste of the sesame oil. So I'm not putting any salt. You can see you didn't see me putting too much salt in these dishes. It's because it's the soy sauce. Be careful with the soy sauce. It's very salty. And that's it. So that goes into, when you're serving, you can put it on the table. So that goes into it. Look at this. Wow. There we go. So beautiful. Look at the plenty meat in there. And you can add more chopped what you call spring onions if you wish. Yeah. That's it. This is the way when you have visitors. You can just let them to serve themselves. It's so delicious too. Not only shiny, but it's delicious. So there you are. Thank you for watching.